The next comment is from somebody that, from my understanding, lives back home in Africa, and she says, I don't want my family abroad money. I would like them to help me get there so I can make my own money. That way the family grows and isn't stressing one person. I love the mentality. I love the fact that you want to make your own. I love the fact that you don't want handout. That is the first step into success, right? But the only thing I have a problem with, it sounds like you feel like you're only able to make it if you come abroad. You can make it back home. So if you're not able to get a visa or find a way to come abroad, find that family member that is trying to help you get here, get you a business back home. Africa is so rich. Africa has so much potential. There is not one country in Africa that don't have the potential, right? We are rich in people, we are rich in resources, we are rich in so many ways, but that also so many things still needs to be done. So grow an idea. Think about something that you're able to do. Think about something that you can invest your time and energy in, that you can succeed in, right? And have that family member help you achieve that. That will be easier sometimes than it will be to get a visa to come to any Western countries. And sometimes coming to Western countries are actually delaying you more than you think. So if it happens earlier in your age where you're young, it's okay, right? You will have the time. But when you're pushing a certain age, coming here is not necessarily the best thing, especially when you're like in your 30s or 40s, because speaking from experience, when you move to America, it will take you, most people, it will take you at least 5 years to fully understand the system and grasp how things work here and how to get yourself out of it, right? Like I have another video where I explain a little bit what happened. I came here when I was 19. It took me 2 years to be able to even start going to college. So if you're a certain age, it's not that simple, right? It looks like you already speak English, but if you're coming from a country where you don't speak the language, you have to come learn the language first, learn how the system works, because it's completely different from anything you might know back home. Learn a skill. A lot of African countries, the diplomas there don't necessarily work here in America. So if you want to work, you have to find a training. All of these things that you have to do, and then you have so many bills to begin with, that before you get on your feet, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It would be easier if you have somebody that can help you build a business back home. You are able to make it there faster than you're able to make it here in America. So my advice to you is, if you're not able to make it here, you can make it there. We don't all have to come out here. We're here. A lot of us are trying to find our way back there. It's hard to start a business there and leave your life here and make, you know what I mean? Like, you can't be in two places at the same time. If you don't have somebody else helping your interest there, it's really hard. So I'm going to tell you personally, I know I have succeeded in my life if I'm able to go back home eventually. We're trying to go there and you guys are trying to come here. There's nothing wrong with trying to come here. There is something wrong with the mentality of you're not gonna make it if you don't come abroad. You can make it back in Africa. So I'm gonna say good luck to you. Hopefully you find your way here if that's what you truly want. But if you're not able to make it out here, find someone that can help you grow a business there, because from the way you wrote your message, I feel like you're the type of person that if you put your mind into something, you're gonna make it happen. You're not the lazy kind. You can make a business. You can run a business. You know, you can do something. You can make something out of yourself. So I'll say good luck to you. This next comment is one of the biggest problems that many people face. I don't care where you are from Africa, many people face in Africa, right? So here it goes. My father sent money to Nigeria for over 40 years. He died in 2017, and they are still fighting over his estate. My aunts, uncles, cousin, and half siblings all feel they are owed something. All I can do is mind my own business. So I'm guessing the person writing this comment is the child that lives abroad. I'm also guessing that the dad, before he passed away, invested in Nigeria and he has some estate there. And I said this in my last video. Your goal in life, right, as a person, is to work hard and build a legacy for your children. At least for me, my goal is to build a legacy for my children, right? So this guy, I'm pretty sure he wanted to build a legacy for his children. So he had all these businesses. I'm gonna guess it's businesses or houses in Nigeria. Now that he passed away, the people that are supposed to protect his legacy are the one fighting over it. So now his children are here in America. They're not even able to enjoy their father's hard work because the dad decided to invest back home because that's what he knows best. So now he passed away. Why? Why are the sisters and the uncles and all of these people think that they are entitled to this man's hard work? Meanwhile, he has children. He has children that he left things to. And now this lady is saying that she is just here minding her business. No, your dad's estate is your business. That belongs to you. Why are other people fighting over it? We have to learn to protect our children. Us Africans, we have to learn to protect our children's best interests. Why else are you working hard? Are you working hard so that your sisters and brothers can enjoy that with their children, meanwhile your children don't get anything out of it? Is that why we're working hard? Is that why we have 2, 3 jobs? Is that why we are building all these businesses and all this legacy? My guess is no. At least not for me. We're doing this for our children. So why are other people fighting over our estates when something happens to us before our children even get a say? Why? We need to do better. We live in a world where we have access to information in our fingertip, right? Have a will, have some type of paperwork traced where your children are protected when something happens to you. My heart really goes out for this family, for this lady. I don't know the whole story. I don't know the whole situation, but from what I can guess, just from reading your comment, it's not fair. And I know that a part of you, I'm guessing that a part of you is saying that you're minding your business because you're probably afraid of all the other repercussions. Because listen, where I'm from, fighting over an estate can lead to death. People will kill you for an estate business. People will juju out of you over an estate fight. Okay, so my guess is that's why you're trying to mind your business. I would probably have the same mindset because I value my peace. I value my life more than anything. And I truly believe that I can make anything happen for myself if I put my mind to it. So if you want to fight it. If you want to fight for something that don't belong to you and you feel like it does, fight for it. I'm not going to lose my life over that. I'm not going to lose my health over that because juju is real. Okay, they will end you before your time if you fight them over something that they feel like they are in the right. So all I can tell you is protect yourself and do better than your parents. Make sure you're taking care of your children's needs first. Make sure anything that you build, you're building it for your children. No one else is able to take it from your children. So let's learn from our parents' mistakes. Let's learn from our grandparents' mistake. And let's do better for our children. Next comment is very sad. So this guy says, one of my co-workers asked me why I never go on holiday. I told him I wasn't interested in going to Spain, Portugal, Mexico. And the truth is, I was paying rent and school fees for 5 families. Christmas was the worst time for me. My WhatsApp was on fire. Everyone asks for handouts. Now I have stopped playing Santa Claus. Thailand, here I come. Good for you. So I'm just guessing that, for some reason this guy stopped sending money to Africa. Now he's trying to enjoy his life, right? And that was me for a very long time. I didn't even know how to go on vacation. So I wasn't going anywhere. I wasn't doing anything fun. I was going to school full time, holding 2, 3 jobs at a time while in school. And even after school, I would still do the same thing. I Even if I wanted to go on vacation, I wouldn't have the time to go on vacation, and I'll feel guilty dropping $2,000 for a vacation. Meanwhile, $2,000 can do X, Y, and Z for this person, right? $2,000 can pay for this person or that person. Not even be able to come up with the money to go on vacation because I'm not even able to like put the money aside, because every time the money comes, somebody comes with a new problem. Every time like I'm getting a little bit extra, somebody else is coming with a problem. So once you shed yourself from all that weight, you start enjoying life, right? I Now I just want to travel. Now I just want to experience life. So good for you. Go to Thailand and let me know what happens. Let me know how much fun you had. And take care of yourself. That's all you can do, right? Last comment I'm gonna read. This one is funny. So here it goes. Tell people about witchcraft and jealousy in Africa. This is why it is hard to send money and build back home in every African country. Too many of our people are wicked. You have not said a lie. You have not said a lie. Let me tell you, witchcraft, they will do it. They will try it. Okay? Make sure you're praying your God for protection. Make sure you're praying your God for guidance. Make sure you're praying your God that their eyes are off of you. Because when they say the evil eye is real. If you're a Muslim, you know what that is. It doesn't even have to be witchcraft. These people will have so much jealousy in their heart that just by looking at you, just by looking at your project, it will fail. I'm telling you. It will fail. Okay? So this is one of the reasons why, this is the main reason why most African culture, you don't say anything about your project until they actually see the daylight. You don't say anything about your project until it actually happens, because of the evil eye, because of people jealousing you, having hatred for you in their heart, because people will go to the extent of witchcrafting you, of jujuing you, so that you don't succeed. Because if they don't succeed, they don't want you succeeding as well. Okay? People will try it. And just being mean for no reason. For no reason. You will work here 3, 4 jobs, okay? You will send money back home and try to build a house because that's where you're from, because you want to have a footprint in your community, in your society. And these people will jealous you. They will feel like you have made it in life because you're building a 2-bedroom house. Not knowing all the sacrifices you have to make in America here to send that money and build that house. Not knowing how much you had to neglect your children here to build that house. Not knowing how much you haven't had a vacation in 5 years so that you can build that house. Not knowing how much you have eaten chicken wings so that you can build that house. Not knowing how much you have sacrificed your time, your health, your well-being to build that house. They don't know none of that. All they can see is you building the bricks, right? And feeling like you've made it in America. Feeling like, oh my God, how she made it in America. And because you've made it, they feel like you're not doing enough for them, and they will try to ruin you out of jealousy, out of being mean. In the name of what? In the name of what? This is why people don't share their project. This is why people don't share their hopes and aspirations in life. Us African people, we don't, even when we get pregnant, when you get pregnant, you don't even share your pregnancy until that baby is born because you're scared of your own people. We need to do better. I'm gonna say this. This is probably my slogan at this point. We need to do better as a community. We need to do better as people. I'm bad at it. I'm really bad at keeping my mouth shut. This is why I'm sitting here on YouTube getting myself in trouble. But in reality, I'm really bad at keeping my mouth shut because I also do believe in, expressing yourself and tell, like, it when I talk about my projects, when I talk about my aspirations, it kind of keeps me accountable in a way. I feel like because I said it, I will make sure it happens. And I think that's what some people would say, putting it out in the universe, or, you know, all the things, all the spiritual things that people say. For me, it's more being accountable for my words than anything. So when I said something, when I put my mind to it, I'll say, I'll do everything in my power to make it happen, and the rest is in God's hand. That's why I like to express myself. That's why I like to talk about the things that I want to do. But it's very scary. It's very, very scary because you do have people out there that are working against you. You have people out there that will jealous you for no reason. They will try to do bad things to you for no reason because they feel like you have made it in life and you don't deserve to make it in life. They feel like you shouldn't get there before them because everything is competition to them. So those are the people that you need to shed away from your life. But it's hard to even know who they are until they actually show it to you, because these are the people that would actually laugh in your face and be nice to you and act like they are your best friends, act like they have your best interests at heart, because you don't know them. You're never gonna know them. So the best thing to do is don't be like me. Protect yourself. Keep your project a secret until you can't keep it a secret anymore. And if you can keep it a secret, even when it's accomplished, don't say anything. Just keep it to yourself. Okay? If keep it on a need to know basis, basically. Run it like the American government. Okay? Need to know basis only. So yes, the witchcraft is real. They will witchcraft you. So pray regularly. Whatever religion you are in, just pray. Make sure you're praying God for protection, because you will need the protection. Most of us here abroad, we don't have the time for the witchcraft. We don't go see the juju master or whatever they call them. We don't do all of these things that they're doing because we don't got the time, the energy, or the resources to do these things. All we have is God, and that's all we need as well. So pray your God for protection and believe in yourself, and keep your project or whatever you're doing a secret until you can't anymore, and you should be fine. There was another comment that I couldn't find. It was about this lady that is dating a Ghanaian guy, I believe. And she says that he doesn't have time for anything. He doesn't have time for dating. He doesn't have money for dating. Like taking them out at a restaurant or something. But he works really hard, is always working and sending money back home to his family because he claims his family is in need of help. So she says that she's trying to explain to him that he also has to live his life here, and she wishes that he would understand what's happening the same way that I understood. And we're bad people, because a lot of people were writing under her comments that he's probably taking care of a second family back home, that he probably have a wife and children there that he's taking care of. I'm not gonna say it's true. I'm not gonna say it's a lie, because it has happened many, many times. The reason why people are mentioning it is because it's a fact. It happens a lot. But in this person's case, it's like you don't know what's going on, right? So what I would advise you, if you're watching this video, is make sure you're asking questions. Make sure you're talking to the family. Make sure you're doing your research. Even if it's going to be a serious relationship, take a trip with them, right? Take a trip with them back home before you guys get married. Make sure you meet his family, make sure you meet everybody in his community, and do your own research. Talk to his friends, talk to the friend that is jealous of him. Okay, find that friend that is secretly jealous of him and ask him questions. If he's married, trust me, he'll tell you. Okay, so that's my advice to you. I'm not saying that people that are saying that he has a secret family is true, but I would be lying to you if I tell you that it's not a possibility. It could be true. But I feel like these things happen less and less now with technology and social media and things like that, because it gets harder and harder to hide a whole family abroad because of that. It used to happen a lot back in the days, but I don't think it's happening as much now. Not saying that it's not possible. So don't listen to what people are saying, but also listen to what people are saying. Do your own research and make sure before you marry this guy, because I'm guessing you're not married. So before you marry this guy, you go home with him and actually meet his family and meet his community. And try to find that friend that is back home there that's jealous of him, okay? That's the friend that will tell you the truth. Also, the other thing is, if he's working hard and trying to better his family's life back home, just make sure that his family is actually really in need. It's not just making sure his family is living a glamorous life there while he's suffering here, because he's suffering. Once you guys get married, his suffering will be your suffering eventually. Make sure his family is actually in need there, and try to come up with a plan with him where they're creating some type of business there, or that is going to be sustaining their life there, so it's not affecting yours here, right? Because if that's not the case, if this gets serious and you actually get married, his problem is going to become your problem, because even if it's not your money that you're sending, it's it's money out of your household. Okay, so if that's something that you're not okay with, don't set yourself up for failure. Just, get out while you can. But that's my advice to you, woman to woman, because sometimes the family actually is in need, and this person that is abroad is the only person that's able to help them get fed tomorrow or the month after. Okay, so if that's not something that you're okay with and he's in that situation, if you can't help him, just don't hurt yourself more than necessary. Just get out while you can. With that being said, thank you all so much for all the comments. I feel like with that one single video, we have created a nice little community here on my YouTube channel, and I'm loving it. I love seeing it. I love us trying to better ourselves and doing it together. So let's keep the comments coming, let's keep the engagement coming. And if you have any other suggestions on what we can do to better ourselves as a community, as the African community abroad or the diaspora community in general abroad, leave it in a comment and let's all have a conversation down there. And thank you so much for joining our community. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you like it and make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye.